Hey everybody, it's Ronn Grant, and you're watching Just for the Record. Stay tuned, you're watching 284 Media.
You had some great ideas. So we gonna have some lobster? Hello?
Wait, you had a lunch again? You say you were sick? What happened to over the rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns. All right, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today. Wade Smith, welcome to Just for the Record.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Sir, you are no stranger to people or the civil service. You've been the former controller of customs for some 18 years. And one would wonder, why? Why leave and not only venture into something that's even more difficult? Why politics?
Why politics? I always had an interest in politics. The storms of 2017 accelerated my interest or piqued my interest more to get into politics. Shortly after the devastation of 2017, I saw our leaders were being absent for quite a while before the public even saw or heard what was going on, what to do next. Everyone was somewhat bewildered as to what is. No one was doing anything as far as cleaning, recovering, nothing. That absence led me to think that something else needed to be done. Though my career in customs was impactful in the community, in the territory, made significant contributions to the development, the customs reform and modernization program, made significant contributions to the international law enforcement community as far as joint cooperation in the fight against transnational crime. Though it was very impactful, I was limited as far as the development of social policies or policies that could better enhance the lives of Virgin Islanders.
Now, when you think about it in hindsight, you spoke about the aftermath of Hurricanes Irma and Maria. What do you think your experience, or how would your experience as the former controller of customs lend to being a political representative? What sort of skills do you hope to bring from that level of experience from the civil service?
Well, I've always been a leader, or had held leading roles within my civil service career. After the devastation of 2017 was a great test. It was a test of leaders to come forward, to emerge. As we sat and wonder what's next, I had to assemble my team of officers. I drove around the territory, finding my officers, ensuring that they were okay, and requesting of them to meet and assemble at the Port Purcell facility to get ready to work, to protect the borders, to assist with emergency aid coming into the territory. So you couldn't just sit back and wait for anyone to come forward and give instructions. You had to step forward and lead.
Now, you are a son of the soil. Many persons have used that term when describing you, because I tend to do a lot of research, maybe go into districts, make some calls to find out what members of the electorate seem to think about their aspiring representatives. And you come from a village, and I think it represents a time and phrase when a village raised a child. The nephew of former representative of the 5th District, the Honorable Ethlyn Smith, your parents from Hampton's Gut as well. What role has the village played in the man that you've become?
Well, I'm from Hampton's Gut. I'm from in the gut. My uncle in the village was a late Liston Smith. He was a butcher. And across the street, there's another butcher by the name of Alexander. My uncle, during his time in Hampton's Gut, he when there was whenever he butchered or prepared meat, he would always cook a pot of soup or prepare a meal for the entire village to assemble. People from throughout the entire BVI would come there, socialize, meet, have discussions on the way forward. It was a gathering. He always welcomed people from other Caribbean islands, people from the rest of the BVI were always welcome to hear their views and share their ideas. I think of some of the older merchants or business people in the district. The late Edgar Tadman. Again, he was a farmer. You think of people that was some of the people that baked treats for sale. So the district has always been a business-oriented community. Everyone was basically contributing, raising kids. Basically, if you didn't have lunch, wherever lunchtime finds you, that household would feed all the kids of the neighborhood. So we basically grew up as a family.
Do you think that's something that's missing from our community today?
Yes, yes, it is missing because we don't even know who our neighbors are. When I grew up in Hampton's Gut, everyone knew the parents of every child, and we could spend the nights, the weekends, lunchtimes, dinner time in any house. Today, we don't even know who our neighbors are.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with Mr. Wade Smith of the PVIM.
When you need to stay connected with friends and families at home or abroad, the best choice for you is Freedom. CCT Freedom. With the lowest rates in the market, our Freedom plan gives you unlimited calls and texting. Plus, our Freedom One package includes 10 gigabits of super fast, unlimited LTE data and unlimited calls to the BVI, USA, USVI, Canada, Puerto Rico, and UK lines. Why pay for overages when you can enjoy CCT Freedom? Stop by at one of our stores today and speak with one of our representatives to find out more about our CCT Freedom packages.
Mr. Smith, given the present state of the economy and what I deem, and a lot of us deem, as the ever-increasing laws by the UK that seem to want to put a strong hold on the BVI, not only our financial services sector, but other sectors as well, what are some of your proposed ideas and plans to lead the BVI into a more prosperous financial future?
Well, that's a good question. The financial services is being faced with extreme international pressures, and that's been going on for quite a while now. What the BVI needs to do is diversify. We have to expand our tourism base, our tourism product. The BVI traditionally has offered the Virgin Islands as or selling the Virgin Islands as a sailing capital of the world. Beautiful beaches, calm waters, excellent sailing. I think we need to develop our land-based tourism. There are a number of historical sites that needs to be restored, rebuilt, and revitalized to bring land-based tourism to our shores. That would not only benefit the hotels, it will benefit the taxi drivers, the tour operators, the restaurants, and different segments, and local business entrepreneurs will have the opportunity to develop new business ideas and new initiatives to come forward. So I think the main focus now should be on the tourism and developing the tourism product. You can also have sport fishing. That will also be a spin-off for the marinas or the marine industry, maintaining vessels, teaching our locals new skills to get involved in that industry as well. Okay. We're also looking at sports tourism. The BVI has NCAA standard facilities in the multi-purpose complex as well as the track and field. Look into things such as hosting NCAA annual tournaments. That again is sports tourism, involving and also including the sports fishing.
If your party were to come up short in the next general election and you were somehow asked or confronted with forming a coalition. Would that be something you would be open to?
Well, that would be something that I would discuss with my committee members,
Okay.
as well as the chairman and the PVIM family.
Why should the members of the 5th District vote for you? And in hindsight, why should they support and vote for the people and the candidates of the Progressive Virgin Islands movement?
Well, the members of the 5th District have known me for quite a long time. They've seen my background. They've seen what I've brought to the civil service. They've seen the department that I run, the significance of the department in terms of the BVI economy and also enforcement in terms of protecting the borders. The department has actually been dubbed by former premiers and chief minister as the flagship department of the civil service. So my track record speaks. I also have empowered my staff. I've empowered them to take up leadership roles. I haven't used any consultants during my tenure as customs. All my staff has been trained to make contributions to the department as well as the communities in which they live. So I give them an opportunity to develop and make their contributions. I offer hope. I show integrity, transparency, and accountability. I've been in a department where I've collected approximately $500 million in revenue for the government of the Virgin Islands, and there was no allegations of corruption, no allegations of mismanagement of funds, and I've done so. And those are the same qualities that I expect to carry into the political arena.
Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Smith, I'm going to state 3 phrases for you, and I simply want a yes or no answer, and I'll tell you why. The reason behind that is, if and when elected and you make it to the House of Assembly, the Speaker of the House usually says all the ayes, all the no. She doesn't say anybody in between. So what we would like to accomplish here is just to simply get your state on these very important issues. So you're simply going to say yes or no. Decriminalization or legalization of marijuana?
No.
Legalization of gay marriage?
No.
Legalization of abortion?
No.
All right. Thank you, sir. Now to my favorite part of the interview. I'm going to ask you some impromptu questions, sir, and you're going to give me your first response as it pertains to what you think. All right? Celebrity crush. Childhood celebrity crush or celebrity crush, if you have one?
No, I don't.
You don't have one. A secret talent of Wade Smith.
A secret talent. Well, a secret talent. I don't know. I guess basketball wouldn't be a secret because
you're good at it.
Yes, I'm good at it. I was good at it. I received a full athletic scholarship. So.
Okay, that could work. A luxury you can't live without. For me, is hot water.
A luxury I cannot live without. Wow. That's a good one.
Let's come back to that one. The characteristic you value most in people.
The characteristic I value most in people, trust.
If you could take someone from VI history yesteryear, if you could take them to lunch, who would it be?
From VA history. From yesteryear. Noah Lloyd.
Noah Lloyd. All right. Your favorite movie? Do you have a favorite movie?
No.
Okay. All right. And the weirdest job you've ever had?
The weirdest job I've ever had. I would say, I don't know if it's weird, but it's part of the culture. Assisting my uncle in cleaning the intestines of animals after he butchered them.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that sounds kind of tough.
Yeah.
And weird as well.
That's it.
Okay. All right. What food can you eat every day?
What food can I eat every day? Seafood.
Seafood. Anything from the sea.
Anything from the sea.
All right.
I think the sea has the variety of fish in the sea have different tastes. You have pot fish, you have shellfish, you have deep sea fish, so you can get a different taste from all different type of fish.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, sir. Just for the record.
Thank you.
Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.